Romance scams are deeply hurtful and can leave you feeling betrayed and confused. But what if the stakes were higher? Instead of losing just a small amount of money, imagine if someone were after both your heart and your hard-earned savings. Romance scams involve emotional and financial manipulation, where the scammer pretends to be romantically interested in the victim to gain their trust and eventually exploit them. These scams are not just about money, they are about breaking down a person's emotional defenses and exploiting their vulnerabilities. Scammers often pretend to fall in love, sharing elaborate stories, intimate details, and even sending gifts to make their affection seem genuine. But behind the facade, their true goal is to deceive and defraud. These scammers are like wolves in sheep's clothing, disguising their true intentions with a mask of love and affection. They are skilled at reading their victims, understanding their emotional needs, and exploiting those needs to their advantage. They may use fake photos, create false identities, and even fabricate entire backstories to make their deception more convincing. They act charming online, showering you with compliments, sharing personal stories, and making you feel special and loved. This is all part of their strategy to lower your defenses and make you more vulnerable. They might even go as far as to create fake social media profiles for friends and family members to make their story more believable. Once they have gained your trust, they often ask for money, claiming urgent needs like medical emergencies or travel expenses. They manipulate your emotions to get what they want. Remember, not everyone online is who they say they are. Scammers can easily create fake profiles and personas using stolen photos, fake names, and even fake social media accounts. They might also use emotional blackmail, making you feel guilty for not helping them in their supposed time of need. Romance scammers infiltrate all corners of the internet, from dating sites like POF, Instagram, Facebook, and Tinder, to randomly contacting you after you comment on a celebrity's post. They often use this as a way to gain your trust and start a conversation. They might also join online groups or forums that you are a part of, making it seem like you have common interests or mutual friends. Red flags to watch for. A surefire red flag is when the person asks you to switch to a more private messaging platform like WhatsApp or Telegram, where they can maintain their anonymity. Scammers are getting increasingly sophisticated, using fake documents, altered IDs, and even deep fake videos or voiceovers to seem more legitimate. They might also avoid video calls or in-person meetings, always coming up with excuses to maintain their anonymity. Some scammers work in networks, so if you've been targeted before, your name may be added to a master list. They might contact you again with a different identity, sometimes even pretending to be from an official agency like the FBI or a private investigator, asking for a fee to recover your money. Other scams involve fake stories about non-existent children, with scammers asking for gift cards for a child's supposed needs, or using fake illness and injury stories to emotionally manipulate you. If you become suspicious, scammers may insult you or make you feel guilty for doubting them. They may even try to isolate you from friends and family to maintain their lie. They might also create a sense of urgency, pressuring you to act quickly before you have time to think things through. How to spot a scam. Look out for inconsistencies in their stories. Are they reluctant to meet in person? Do they ask for money or personal information? Scammers often use emotional manipulation, making you feel guilty or obligated to help. Never send money to someone you've met online, no matter how convincing their story is. A common tactic is the question, "Have you eaten today?" This is often used to create a false sense of concern, but it can also be a red flag indicating a scam, particularly from individuals in certain regions. They might also use flattery and excessive compliments to lower your defenses. Protecting yourself. Guarding your heart and wallet is essential in today's digital age. With an increasing number of cyber threats, it's crucial to stay vigilant and proactive in protecting both your personal information and emotional well-being. The internet can be an amazing place full of opportunities, but it's important to protect yourself as you navigate it. Think of it like wearing a helmet when riding a bike. You wouldn't ride without one to protect your head, so don't navigate the online world without protecting your information and emotional health. Always be cautious and take your time to verify the authenticity of the people you interact with online. Tips for staying safe. Use strong, unique passwords for every account. Enable two-factor authentication where possible. Be cautious about the personal information you share online. Once a scammer has access to your personal information, they can cause a lot of harm, from cyberbullying to emotional manipulation. Be cautious about who you trust online. Always verify the identity of the person you're interacting with, especially if they're asking for money or personal information. Scammers often create fake profiles and elaborate stories to gain your trust, pretending to be someone you know or a potential romantic partner. Remember, scammers are experts at deception, so trust your instincts. If something feels off or too good to be true, it probably is. Don't ignore those red flags. Take your time to verify information and be cautious, especially when it involves your personal or financial details. Also, consider using privacy settings on social media to limit the amount of personal information that is publicly available. What to do if you're in a romance scam? If you think you're in a romance scam, stop all communication immediately. Do not send money or personal information. Report the scammer to the platform you met them on and to the authorities. If you suspect someone you know is being scammed, talk to them about your concerns. Show them evidence of the scam and encourage them to stop all communication with the scammer. Help them report the scam to the authorities. Taking action can save them from emotional and financial harm. It's also important to seek support from friends, family, or professional counselors to help cope with the emotional impact of being scammed. Real-life impact of romance scams. Let's look at some real-life stories of victims who have experienced these scams. Sarah, a 65-year-old professional, thought she had found the love of her life online. After months of intimate conversations, her partner began asking for money for supposed emergencies. Sarah, believing in their relationship, sent thousands of dollars, only to later discover she had been scammed. The emotional betrayal left her devastated and financially strained. John, a recently widowed retiree, was approached by a woman on a dating site who seemed to share his values. Over time, she convinced him to invest in a business opportunity that turned out to be a scam. John lost a significant portion of his retirement savings and felt utterly betrayed. These stories are not isolated. Thousands of people fall victim to romance scams every day. The emotional manipulation and financial loss can be overwhelming, but there is hope. By raising awareness, we can help others avoid falling into the same traps. It's crucial to share these stories to highlight the real and devastating impact of these scams. Staying safe and protecting yourself online. In today's digital age, safeguarding your personal and emotional well-being online is more crucial than ever. The internet offers incredible opportunities but also poses real risks. To protect yourself, 1. Be cautious with personal information. Avoid oversharing on social media and be selective about who you share personal details with. Scammers often use publicly available information to craft their deceptive stories. 2. Use strong, unique passwords. Secure your accounts with strong passwords and enable two-factor authentication wherever possible. This adds an extra layer of security and makes it harder for scammers to access your accounts. 3. Verify identities. Always verify who you're talking to online, especially if they ask for money or personal details. Scammers often create fake profiles or elaborate stories to gain your trust. 4. Trust your instincts. If something feels off or too good to be true, it probably is. Scammers are skilled at manipulation, so listen to your gut and take time to evaluate the situation carefully. 5. Report suspicious behavior. If you encounter someone who seems suspicious, report them to the platform or dating site. Reporting is a proactive way to protect yourself and others from potential scams. By staying vigilant and practicing these precautions, you can protect both your heart and your wallet from online threats. Additionally, consider educating yourself about common scam tactics and staying updated on the latest online threats. If you found this information helpful, please like, share, and subscribe. If you have a personal story or comment regarding romance scams, please share in the comments below. Stay safe out there, folks, and be kind to one another.